Hello everyone, Impy here, and welcome back to my Let's Play for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we made it to the castle, and we talked to Princess Zelda, who told us about the impending doom from Ganondorf. Now, I'm heading to Kakariko Village now. Specifically, I'm heading here at night, because I want to be able to get some of the items that are only available at night. So this makes Skulltula number 6. Now, I'm actually going to talk to the guard right now because I want to trigger the Happy Mask shop to be open. Because we are going to be going back there here in a little bit. So in this episode, we're not actually going to be going to the Dodongo Cavern or Goron City. We're going to primarily be focusing on side content. Apparently the guard is stuck, and he would love it if we could go get him a Keaton mask. That is number 7. This is going to give us number 8. Oh, no. Number 9 is going to be over here. And then number 10, which will actually get us our first reward? I don't know if it's exactly a reward. So we gotta go in here to get our reward. This is the house of Skulltula. There are a bunch of children, as well as a parent who has been turned into Skulltulas. So we can now hold 200 rupees, and I'm going to make it a point of trying to keep our rupees filled whenever possible. So the next place we're going is the graveyard. So this is Dampe the Gravekeeper. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go down here. Oddly enough, this has a shield in it. Sure, we'll go and equip it now. This will be the shield that our buddy the guard was suggesting we buy. Now, there is a mini game that we're going to try to complete here. I'm going to fast forward through it if I need to, but basically, every time you, Dampe, or anything in the world transitions, the state of the game changes. And we basically want him to dig at a patch. Now, you could have him dig every patch, but that's going to take forever. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset him by going back into here. And on average, maybe 8 or 9 times it'll take for us to get the item in question. But you want to make for him to be on one of these pads and talk to him. And our goal is a heart piece. So we did not get a heart piece, but we are flush with cash right now. More than we were when we started, at least. Hey, that didn't take long. So we now have 2 heart pieces. The next thing we're going to go do is we're going to learn a new song that allows us to change the time of day. So anytime you see the symbol of the Triforce, we are going to be playing Zelda's Lullaby. Luckily, if you forget the songs, you can always check them from the start menu. But they are so ingrained in my mind after playing this game so many times. Now, if we had another ability, we could actually light these 2 things on fire to trigger something else. But for now, we're just going to head in here. These are redeads. They will freeze you in place whenever you are near them, especially whenever they look at you. And if they grab you, you'll take a lot of damage very quickly. Now learned Sun Song, we now have the ability to change the time of day just by playing a song anytime we want. Another thing that it will do is it will freeze any of the undead, so that can be really beneficial. None of these enemies are here or that really that dangerous though, so. But it's an extra use if you don't know what you're getting into. Alright, so we're actually going to need to play the song. We're going to make it night again. The reason why we're making it night is because whenever it's daytime, there is a kid that is roaming the graveyard, and you can't pull any graves while he is roaming the graveyard. So we're going to pull the 4th from the left. We're going to play the Sun Song once. kill the re-dead, and then play it again. Got another heart piece. That's 3. Now, there's a Scotilla up there. We can't get him yet, so we're going to come back for him and a couple of others a little bit later. All right, we are going to go ahead and play the song again. And now what we're going to do is a side quest to get a bottle. So we're going to need to take all these cuckoos and throw them in there. However, some of them are kind of off the beaten path, so we're going to use this one to fly! Or glide. Glide. Up the ladder, there's another one, so we're gonna go grab the 2 that we threw over the ledge. If you're not somewhat quick about this, they do fly away and escape their containment. But we should be fine. Oh, come on. If you do too much damage to them, they will call their friends. And trust me, it's not pretty. So, don't hit them more than a few times. Come on. There we go. Sometimes grabbing them is an exercise in futility. There's another one down this way, and then another one up that way. That should be all of them. So we now have a bottle. This is going to be super useful for later. And we want to get as many bottles as we can. Basically, there are 4 in the game. There are, however, some glitches that can allow you to duplicate bottles, but we're not gonna do those. What we do want to get, though, over here is bugs. Now, anytime you see bugs, you can basically grab them. And anytime you see these patches, you can drop the bugs into the patch. And get a Skulltula. You can also drop seeds here that will grow in time. However, we don't have any of the magic beans yet to do that. So actually I want more bugs, so I'm going to head out. Head back in. And I'm going to repeat that process. Alright, so we are good now for Kakariko Village, though we will be coming back here in a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and head back to Castle Town. To do a few things. Again, pretty much every time I come through here, unless I'm filled up, we're going to be grabbing the 60 rupees. Very fast way to collect them in the game. So this time around, we're going to head to the shooting range. And the prize we're going to be getting is an increase in the number of Deku Seeds we can carry. So we have to make it perfect. There we go. So we can now do 40 instead of 30. The next thing we're going to do is head to the Happy Mask Shop. Now, the way this place works is we need to borrow a mask, sell it to somebody, and then we need to return with whatever the mask originally costed. And right now we only have access to the Keaton mask, which is the one that our friendly neighborhood guard wants. So now we're leaving. We're going to be heading to Lon Lon Ranch, though I'm going to grab some more rupees on my way out. This is convenient because we actually want it to be nighttime this time around whenever we're heading over to Lon Lon Ranch. Because there are some things we want to get at nighttime. So you might remember Malin and her father Talon. Talon's brother also works here. We cannot currently get the Scotilla over there, but we can get the one in this tree. Scotilla number 12. Scotilla number 13. And there's a heart piece in this shack. There are more Scotillas out here, by the way. You can see one right down there. But again, we can't get them quite yet. Let's see. We've now collected 4 pieces of heart. And that's going to give us another full heart container. We're going to go ahead and switch to daytime now and do a couple of things here while it's daytime. This is Malin. That's Epona. So once she says, let's sing together, go ahead and show her your ocarina. Ocarina. Now, Epona is much too young for us to ride right now, but that will change later in the game. And for now, the only real purpose that the song has is to get milk from any of the cows that you find in the game. Each drink of milk, and there's 2 per jar, will basically fill up 5 hearts. So there's Talon. We're going to go ahead and take all of the cuckoos and throw them into the corner over here. Then we're going to talk to him. So he's going to throw 3 special cuckoos into the gaggle of normal cuckoos. So We were able to see that one pretty easy. There's another one. So it makes it a lot easier to locate them. How'd you like the Mary Malin? Ha ha, I was just kidding. Alright. So we have our second bottle now. That's going to be helpful for later. So now we are heading back to the Kokiri Forest. Now, normally the way that this happens is you try to reach the next area, and you find that Darunia, the king, will not really even talk to you. He's pretty angry. And one of the ways that you can make Gorons happy is to play a song that normally is coming through a path to the Lost Woods. And that song is Saria's song. And you can actually hear it whenever you are in Goron City. So what we're going to be doing first is basically just skipping that little trek first, and we're going to head directly to Saria, who is currently in an area called the Great Forest Meadow. Alright, so while we are here, we're going to get a couple more Skotillas. There's one behind here. Actually, it needs to be nighttime. So this is the Know-It-All Brothers house. If you went in here, this is where the brothers would teach you various techniques. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to drink the milk. And we're going to duplicate the bugs. So if we drop bugs, 3 will always come out. If you don't spend time reading the dialogue, you'll have the opportunity to catch at least 2, sometimes 3 of the bugs. But this will allow us to duplicate them. And then we have a patch here. So we've now collected our 15th gold Skotilla. Now, the trick of the Lost Woods is you can kind of see that this has kind of a almost a white thing in it, and as we approach it, the song disappears. Whereas this one, you can hear the sound get louder. And as we go right, we have the ability to get 300s on that. And this is going to give us another upgrade to our Deku Nuts. So now we get an old 50. We're going to drop down here, though, because there was more stuff we can do. So the pattern is random. And the first time we do it, we'll get 1 rupee. We're going to play again. This time we get 5 rupees. Obviously, I wrote that down. As I'm a cheap person. That's going to get us our 5th heart piece. Along with Navi being irritating as ever. Alright, so now that we are back in front of this, we're going to make a left here. And we got our buddy, the owl, over here. I said Great Forest Meadow. Sacred Forest Meadow. Alright, so we are going to head right, left this time. And in order to bounce these back, we are going to need to have that. So we can get Deku Nuts. And technically, I guess you can also just nail them like that. That works too. Deku Sticks. Yay. All right, so we have some more bugs, but we don't want to waste them, so we're going to duplicate them again. Now we have 16. Back here, by the way, is a hole. These will be the kind of the notice of the hole. And they want you to wear masks. This mask happens to give us money. Or at least it usually does. Anyway. So there will be some randomness to that, but once we have access to all the masks, we'll be able to get more money. Otherwise, though, we are headed this way. We'll go ahead and bomb this. Actually, we don't bomb it. Anyway, so we're heading left. And then right. The last one does have the white thing at the end, but you'll still hear the song. That's what's important. So these ones are not friendly at all. If you are struggling, by the way, worth mentioning that in here is a fairy fountain. It just so happens that we can catch fairies in bottles. If we die, a fairy will restore us to life and fully heal us. For the moment, the milk is probably better, as long as you can use it before you die, but again, always have trade-offs. Yeah. So Saria's song allows you to talk to Saria to get assistance with where to go next. If you ever choose not to talk to her whenever you use the song, Navi will let you talk to her instead. So kind of an on-demand assistant for helping you find your way in the game. All right, so we're just going to go pick one of the random paths. That's going to send us back to the Kokiri Forest. We're heading back in for a moment. So we're going to play the Sriya song to the Skull Cave. That's going to give us our 6th heart piece. Now, unfortunately, we are not going to be leveraging this because I'm going to go ahead and duplicate another bug. So from this guy, we can actually buy an upgrade for Deku Sticks. And that is going to do it, I think, for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to be heading back to Kakariko Village, where we're going to be giving the mask to the guard. And then we're going to be heading up to Death Mountain to begin the Dodongo Cavern. But until then, thank you everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.